The nationwide network of supporters of the People's Mojahedin Organization of Iran, PMOI-MEK, along with the rebellious youth, are organized in what is known as the resistance units in Iran. Their increasing proficiency in expanding, organizing, and self-defense operations targeting the clerical regime's suppressive and terrorist centers, including the IRGC assets, is significantly felt by the Iranian regime. Repeating the same strategic error of its dictatorial predecessors, the ruling mullahs have intensified their crackdown on the MEK's activists and families. Despite facing thousands of arrests, assassinations, and executions, the resistance unit's growth has remarkably outpaced the regime's relentless crackdown. In recent days, the regime's judiciary has sentenced 3 female supporters of the MEK to significant prison terms. The regime has sentenced Ms. Forough Taghipour and Ms. Marzieh Farsi to 15 years and Ms. Zahra Safaei to 5 years in prison. Ms. Taghipour, a 29-year-old college graduate, was arrested in Tehran for the second time last August. 3 of her relatives had fallen for freedom in the 1980s, and her father and sister are members of the MEK currently residing in Ashraf 3 in Albania. Ms. Farsi, 58 years old, who had previously served 3 years in prison, was also arrested last August in Tehran. Her brother, Hassan, was executed during the 1988 massacre of 30,000 political prisoners. Another brother and 2 sisters are members of the MEK and are also in Ashraf 3. Ms. Safaei, 60 years old, has been imprisoned for the 3rd time. She spent 8 years in prison in the 1980s for her support for the MEK. Her father, a prominent merchant of Tehran Bazaar and a political prisoner during the Shah's rule, was executed in 1981 for aiding the MEK. Her son, Masoud Moini, is currently detained in the notorious Evin prison. The international community must urgently act to hold the regime's leaders accountable for egregious rights violations, especially those committed against women political prisoners. These arrests further highlight the need to recognize the legitimate rights of the Iranian people and the resistance units to self-defense.